Good afternoon. It's Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady, coming to you on Sunday. It is a very snowy Sunday here in the northeast of Boston. We had about a foot of snow overnight, and it is still snowing, and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we haven't had a significant amount of snow for several years. So everybody's staying indoors, hopefully, and being safe. So if you're from this area, I know this is the storm that's come across the country, so please be safe. So I wanted to start. So this is this is the beginning of the year, and so I did the last day of the year last Sunday, and here I am a few days into the new year. Well, it feels only like a few days, but so if I look at my calendar, it's actually the 7th of January. So a few things I want to talk about and pull some cards for this week. So it's a new year, a new hairdo is what I say. So I had some of my hair cut off. Those of you who have known me for a while, I usually wear my hair short. I grew it for a while, but it was time, it was time for a new hairdo. So just hang on a sec. So here I'm throwing my piece of paper I wrote down. So this year I actually picked 2 words. I know a lot of the trend has been for people to pick a word or words for the upcoming year. And I think I may have shared this last week, but mine are vision and growth. So the year has started off slower for me, thank goodness. The last few years literally catapulted me into January. So slow and steady. It's the year of the wood dragon, which will be in February, the Chinese New Year, and it's the year of the wood dragon. So lots of exciting things happening. And actually behind me here, I'm actually getting ready I'm actually taking a class for several weeks with my friend Kelly Springer. We're doing the Temple of Light Dragon's Journey. So that's going to be interesting. So I think it's 6 weeks. Every Sunday. So I will be doing that, which I'm looking forward to. So introducing us to a higher frequency. Also wanted to tell you, if you haven't already been seeing my posts, that this coming Friday, which is a different day for my Dragon Hour, my friend Ryan is going to be talking all about Dragon Reiki. So that's Dragon Empowerment Reiki. I'm currently taking that course. In March I'm doing level 2, and by the end of this year I will be a master Dragon Reiki Empowerment teacher and master. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a great energy. So if you're interested, go to my website. You can sign up and I'll send you the link the day before. It's on Zoom and it's recorded. So I hope all of you can make it. Brian couldn't do the days during the week, so we pushed it off to Friday. So stay tuned for that. It will be recorded and it will go up on YouTube. So as usual, I picked a card from the Divine Masters Oracle Guide deck. I'm still being guided. I hovered over a few, and Mary Magdalene came forward. So another powerful entity. Sacred vessel, you are the answer. Be guided to your purpose. So I thought that was a good theme for just the first week in January. And so Mary Magdalene, there's not a lot, people don't talk a lot about Mary Magdalene. So this is what Kyle Gray has to say. Mary Magdalene, or Mary of Magdala, was one of the original followers of Jesus Christ. It has been recorded that she had the first vision of the risen Christ when she went to his tomb on Easter morning. And it was through this vision that he revealed to her his sacred teachings and initiated her as a teacher. She was the apostle of apostles. And it is therefore thought, through her, that a pivotal aspect of the original teachings of Christ has reached the world. Mary was a highly sensitive clairvoyant, and it has been speculated that she was the partner, wife, divine consort to Jesus. If Jesus was the vehicle of the Christ energy, Mary was the vehicle for the Magdalene, a powerful feminine force that renders all beings equal and helps the world see that the voice of the feminine are not only important, but the sacred force that can save the world from ruin. So very appropriate for the beginning of the year. So our message from this card is, you are the answer you seek. You hold the treasures, the magic, and the mystery. Right now, you are being encouraged to recognize that you are a valuable part of the universal plan. If you have a strong desire to share what you have learnt, it is time to do so. This can be scary and sometimes overwhelming because putting yourself out there can leave you open to scrutiny. But if you are comfortable with your gift and teaching, you hold a sacred energy that allows others to see you clearly. The light of the Magdalene is surrounding you now and encouraging you to recognize that the healing you have experienced is actually what you are here to teach. Take some time to reflect on what you have overcome and see that this experience can help many. Your personal testimony can move others and even mountains. Lean on your Creator and know that you are being called to be a vessel for the sacred. So, as I said, when I pull these cards for us, often it's a message that I need to hear. And certainly I'm hearing this from various sources, that I need to be that vessel. I need to use my lived experience and what I've been through and come through, not only been through, but come through, and where I am today to help others do the same. I'm going to have to think on that because there's quite a few things that I've overcome, but I'm certainly stepped into my power these past 2 years, whereas before I knew it was there, I didn't have the courage to step into it. So I think there's definitely a path for me here. I think I've talked about this. I actually work in the world of mental health and mental illness, and I actually eat, sleep and breathe it because one of my sons has a significant mental illness who lives at home with me. So there's that part of teaching, but there's also being surviving domestic violence. So there's definitely something there because I am a survivor and I am stepping into my power and I'm using my voice. I'm working through that still, and it's getting better. And I think the more I talk and the more I put out there that it's okay to talk about these things. I mean, there's so many taboos and how people judge you. And this talks about being judged. I'm at this, maybe it's my age, I don't know, but I feel now I'm at this point in my life where it doesn't matter to me what people think. It's the message that I need to put out there. And I've actually vowed this year that I will not put myself in any more uncomfortable situations or feel that I'm less than anybody in a situation. I will walk away. And I've been doing that, and I've been speaking up, but it's being taken notice of. So the term badass, I've been called that a few times. And again, I don't mind being called that. I was, believe it or not, I did not speak up for many, many years in an abusive marriage until I saw it affecting my kids. And as most of us know, as parents, we step forward when it's affecting other people. So more to come on that, maybe. I don't know. But I was guided to talk about that. So Mary Magdalene is going to be our guide, the apostle to the apostles. I like that. And she's still a mystery. We still don't know whether she was Jesus' wife. So again, interesting. So she's going to be that we are the answer. be guided to your purpose. So that's sometimes sort of, I feel like people are scratching their heads like, but I don't even know. So maybe that's something that maybe these cards that I pull this week will actually help us with. I'm still working with this collective of dragons who call themselves the Guardians. If you catch my messages each day, they're channeled messages from this group of dragons who call themselves the Guardians of the main group. They say they're the guardians of our energy solar system, which is sort of all-encompassing. And then different parts of that collective channel messages to me each day. So these are interesting, these cards. I thought it was beginning of the year. And so these are the Unicorn by Diana Cooper. I've shared before that I had not worked with unicorns. I took a Power Hour class with her and thought, I need to connect with them. So they connect to our soul and help us with our soul purpose. So these are interesting cards for this week. The first one is Mother Mary, and the unicorns are blessing you. So second week in January. I think that's good for the first card. Moving. Change is happening. So be prepared to move physically and spiritually. Now, I've had a lot of, those fun things you do on Facebook and things. A lot of things keep coming up saying new house, moving. So maybe that is going to be happening for me. I'll have to remember that if it happens this year. Blessings. Count your blessings and the good in your life will multiply. So yes, always when we can, and I do that as much as I can because we're all human. But when I catch myself feeling sorry for myself, I think, wow, I've got to count what I have rather than what I think I haven't got. Intuition, that's a great card. Something that a lot of us still need to practice. If you remember as children, or if you've had children yourself, children are very, that they have no filters and they talk about what they see, what they hear, and they are connected to many other planes and the other side. Or remembering past lives is another thing that younger children do. And I've had a few interesting conversations recently with people about what their kids have shared. But one of my older son had many memories of past lives, but thought that I was there and would get very mad at me when he'd say, you remember we went on that picnic? And I'd be like, no, we never went there. Or you remember we went to that field? And he would describe it and I'd be like, nope, that wasn't me. So again, very interesting. And they were under 5. And my son also used to have told me that he had a memory of actually being in a tummy, mummy's tummy. So he remembered when he was in an embryo, and that she fell down the stairs. I had some very interesting conversations with my son. And as I've said before, when people have said I could write a book on quite a few topics. So maybe that's for me when I eventually decide to retire. So anyway, the next card is King of Unicorns. So that I'm looking forward to getting a channeled message. You are blessed with majesty, vision, and power. And then the last one is Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is often with me. Use the sword of truth to help the world. So yes, definitely the sword of truth. I think a lot of people need that. I won't say any more about that because I'll get myself into trouble. But yes, sword of truth. So I hope everybody has a good week. It's going to be an interesting week, especially weather-wise. We've had this big storm go across our whole country. I'm looking out my window at snow and ice, and I was up early this morning clearing off my car, and now there's about 4 inches back again. So we're still in the middle of a storm. So I hope everybody has a good week. Also, please check out my website. I am actually going to be pulling some things off and redoing that in the coming month, I think. I'm also thinking of doing some clutter clearing. I have that feeling I need to clear out stuff for the new stuff to come in. I'm sure you've heard that before. So stay tuned about clutter clearing. I'm feeling very called to actually offer that as a service once I at least take a few classes on it. So I know I need to do that, and I've got to remember that I've actually signed up for it's a 5-day challenge, which is one thing a day, because I have to start, right? Because after all these years, I've got things that I look at and I'm like, my kids aren't going to want this when I'm gone, but I thought they might. When they were younger, I kept things like their baby clothes. I actually got rid of all their soft toys because you couldn't donate them, and that my kids don't have kids and they don't intend to. So sad that I couldn't find anywhere to take them. But these days, you can't give away those sort of things. But I'm going to make an effort in January to clutter clear, so stay tuned on that. I think I've often said I wanted to do it, and now I'm feeling I need to do it. So often I have to get to that point. So stay tuned. And I'm actually, it won't be this week, but I'm actually getting my eyes tested because, as you see, I can't read some of this stuff. So maybe new hair, new glasses. So have a good week, and I'll catch you soon.